If you grew up in the 80s, you couldn't escape the power of Knight Rider. So let's look at some vintage Knight Rider merchandise. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a video to take you back to the 80s, because we're going to look at, you guessed it, David Hasselhoff as Knight Rider. Now, if you never saw Knight Rider growing up in the 80s, you had no life, I guess, or you didn't have a television. This thing was all over television. Everyone knew about Knight Rider. What was Knight Rider? Well, it seemed, if I remember correctly, I haven't seen it in years, Knight Rider got arrested and he couldn't pay his fine or couldn't go to jail, so he was sentenced by the judge to live with the judge and watch over the Knight Rider car. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Well, besides the television show, there was a lot, and I mean a lot of merchandise. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it just to sell to the women that love David Hasselhoff and that hairy chest. Hey, even the men liked that. He was probably the sexiest thing on television next to Tom Selleck. I don't know about you, but growing up in the 80s, every mom I knew loved Tom Selleck and the Hoff, David Hasselhoff, that is. So let's look at some classic 80s merchandise from not only the greatest television show ever, but the best television show ever, Knight Rider. Well, let's start off with Hot Dog Magazine. Hot Dog Magazine. Who didn't love Hot Dog Magazine? I know. I would walk down to the gas station, get me a copy of Hot Dog Magazine, get me a cold hot dog from the rotator in the gas station, and man, walk home reading my Hot Dog Magazine, eating my hot dog. If you didn't read Hot Dog magazines, you were probably reading something like Highlight. That was probably your type of magazine. A loser. But this was Hot Dog with David Hasselhoff on the cover. So let's go to another one here. Oh, this is more than just a book. It's color book and activity book. I'm not sure what's in this thing, but I bet you, without a doubt, there's a maze where you got to get the Knight Rider car and Mr. Knight Rider to the other side. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And probably you get a chance to color Knight Rider. Not the car, David Hasselhoff. Yes, Mr. Knight Rider himself. You can color him. And here he is on the phone. Not a very good picture. I don't know why they picked that picture for the magazine or book, I guess. Let's move on to a storybook cassette tape. Now, all my storybooks have 45 records. God, man, they're not actually 45 records. Okay. But here it is. Knight Rider gets visited by a UFO. I know you're not supposed to call them UFOs. They're UMPs or something now. But I call them UFOs. I'm old school. I grew up in the 80s. They're UFOs. But here he is. Oh, my God. Kit disappears. Who is Kit? David Hasselhoff was Kit, and he rode around in the Knight Rider. That's right. They called him the Knight Rider, but he rode around in the Knight Rider also. And here he is. He's gonna vanish. UFOs are gonna take him up in the sky and diddle his booty hole. Okay, let's move on right here. Knight Rider bubblegum cards. Knight Rider bubblegum. I wish I had that picture. I'm gonna get a shirt out of it. That's for sure. Whoa, that looks freaking awesome. You can collect these, take them to school, and say, I'll trade you my Knight Rider for the car. I'll trade you my car for the Kit Knight Rider, man. Oh, so awesome. So many. Come with one stick of gum. One stick of gum. Kind of reminds me of the theme song. Remember the theme song? I love the 80s. So many good theme songs. Oh, I love that theme song. Knight Rider, riding through the night is Knight Rider. He's gonna get in your closet and be a Knight Rider. Knight Rider into your heart is Knight Rider. Starring David Hasselhoff. Are you a fan of movies and television from the 70s and 80s? I know you are. JunkmanMerch.com's got some new shirts, license plate shirts. That's right, check them out. We got more coming probably, and there's other shirts there too, of course. But Back to the Future, Smokey and the Bandit, Dukes of Hazzard, The Ghostbusters, more license plate t-shirts. Check them out, JunkmanMerch.com. JunkmanMerch.com. Let's move on here and look at, I don't know exactly, some kind of handcuffs for Knight Rider. This must be the episode where Knight Rider got arrested. Knight Rider handcuffs, but although they don't call them handcuffs, they call them cake-a-tops. I don't know, this is some other language. I can't hardly read English, so I know I can't read this. So let's move on. Speaking of reading, a Knight Rider novel. A novel about Knight Rider. Notice they don't even put the judge in none of the pictures. I don't know. I think they wrote him out of season 2. Knight Rider. He operated the Knight 2000. Ooh, Knight 2000. That was like the evil twin of Knight Rider. A system of microprocessors so complex that it was almost human. He was the Knight Rider. Yeah, that's right. He was kind of like the Terminator, the Knight Rider running around in kit. It is awesome. Let's look at another one from Kenner. Knight 2000 voice car. That's right. This car could talk. They took it up a whole nother notch with Kenner. Kenner said, hey, I know the show's good and everything. I know it's funny, but hey, let's take it up another notch and make the car talk. Yes, the Knight Rider car could talk. If only the Knight Rider action figure could talk. That would have been awesome right there. He probably would have said, hey, Susan, give me another beer. But I don't know what he would have said, to be honest. Let's just look at a cool picture of the one and only David Hasselhoff. I don't know if hairy chests are in style now, but in the 70s and the 80s, if you were a man, if you were a real man, you had to have hair on your chest. That's right, girls had hair on the burger. Men had hair on the plate. Hair was everywhere. Hair was everywhere back in the 80s. So let's look at another one right here. A car. Whoa, a Knight Rider car, and it's got an ever-ready battery in it. Ever-ready. Ooh, that's a good battery right there. It's ready every day. It's ever-ready. I feel like I'm doing a commercial. But there we go, ever ready. This is another foreign. I can't really read the text on it. I'll let you decide what it says. How about an RC car? Knight Rider's RC car. Here it is. If only it came with a Knight Rider action figure, that would have been cool. But still, you could have put Kit inside of it if you had the Kit action figure from Kenner. Oh, Knight Rider. It would have been a lot of fun. Let's look at another one right here. What is it? Color Forms. Who remembers Color Forms? I love me some Color Forms. Lucasfilm, George Lucas, why didn't you let Color Forms make Star Wars? Why? All we got Star Wars was Presto Magic. We wanted Star Wars Color Forms. This is awesome. Oh, you can get your little Knight Rider man, stick it on top of the car. Look, the Knight Rider's riding his car. Oh, it would have been awesome. That would have been a lot of fun. Let's look at another Knight Rider merchandise. A Knight Rider communication watch. I know you got your smartwatch, you got your iWatch or whatever they call it. Hey, throw that in the garbage. Get on eBay and get yourself a Knight Rider communicator watch. Right there, that's all you need. Even has military time. So you can be a real dork. There was a lot of dorks in the world, but growing up, if anybody used military time, ooh, that was like the biggest. Oh, that was as nerdy as using a compass to get to school. But here he is. Oh, that leather jacket. No shirt underneath. How cool are you to wear a leather jacket and no shirt? That is questioning my manhood just looking at that. Knight Rider, a.k.a. Kit. You're a good-looking man. Let's look at another. Oh, a Knight Rider pillow. Well, it says it's a Knight Rider pillowcase. Maybe that's Knight Rider in the back, but the front guy, like one of the Sweat Hogs. Remember the Sweat Hogs? One of the toughest gangs on TV. Sweat Hog and their teacher, Howard Hessman. Oh, let's move on. How about a model kit? Knight Rider, the model kit. From the television show Knight Rider. Oh, look at that. Features authentic details. These are authentic details, not just details, not just authentic details. Man, that would have been awesome to have. Check this out. Some kind of little purse carry-on bag. Knight Rider, looks like he's glowing, like he got some lighting behind him or something. And it says, Adamus de Colacala. I don't know what Adamus de Colacala means. Maybe that was his catchphrase on the show and I just toned it out. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. Ooh, I know the judge, you just say, don't you go anywhere in my Knight Rider car. Who played the judge? I think it was the guy from Family Affair. Okay, let's move on. Stickers of Knight Rider. Ooh, take these to school, stick them on your locker, stick them on your school book, stick them on the back of your girlfriend's shirt. You know, stick them right there. Or a buddy, you can stick them wherever you want them. You could even stick them. I ain't gonna tell you where you're gonna stick them. You know where you're gonna stick them. Look at that David Hasselhoff one. Whew, that would have been awesome right there. Oh, let's go. How about Knight Rider lunchbox and thermos? It's not just a lunchbox, no. A Knight Rider thermos. And look, I think it has Greg Brady on it also. Maybe that's the judge, but it looks like Greg Brady if you were to ask me. And then it's got, look at the bottom, Heather Locklear. Or was that Heather Thomas? I don't know. I get them mixed up. Whatever one showed their boobies and zapped. Remember that movie? Scott Baio let us see one of the Heather's boobies. I think it was Heather Thomas. Could have been Heather Locklear. I don't know. One of them was on T.J. Hooker, and that was better than Knight Rider. Sorry, it was. Let's move on to, I don't know what this is. I looked at it for at least 35 seconds and I couldn't figure it out. It's got a transformer on it and Knight Rider's car, the Knight Rider. And then a weird picture of David Hasselhoff just doing like this. Comes with a cassette tape. Hey, maybe it's David Hasselhoff music. That's right. He could sing. And how about a puzzle? And this is cool. He's giving the Fonz thumb up. And he's got lights all around him. Looks like that light creature that was almost in Star Wars. Yeah, you don't remember the light creature that was almost in Star Wars? And here's another puzzle. Although it's got a picture of David Hasselhoff sitting on the car. That doesn't look like David Hasselhoff. That looks more like Sylvester Stallone's Down syndrome cousin. Oh, you like that? I didn't use the R word for once. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning to be PC. And why is he sitting on the car? Oh, yeah, I know you're thinking he could scratch it. He could scratch it. But it's not just about scratching it. Sure, maybe he'd scratch it, maybe he's not. But it's the principality of the thing. You don't sit on another man's car, even if you are Stallone's waterhead cousin. Oh, I was trying so good to be good. Let's move on. Key car. I love key cars as a kid. This was a key you stick in the back of the car and push the back of the key, and it would spring action, shoot the car across the room. Burning, they call it burning key car. You can save $1 if you look at the back of the package. I don't have a picture of the back of it, so you can't save $1. That deal's over. I'm sure it's expired like 40 years ago. Knight Rider's 2000 kits Knight Rider car with keychain that said the night is 2000. That is awesome. There it was, merchandise from the television hit show Knight Rider. I'm sure a lot of you watched Knight Rider. I don't know, I think it come on Sunday nights. That's right. Sunday nights, wind down before you go back to school with a little Knight Rider. Mom, can I stay up until 10? I gotta watch the Knight Rider. Okay, Tommy, but you get in that bed as soon as Knight Rider goes off. I will, Mama, please. I'm sure we all been there. It was freaking Knight Rider. Whew. Anyway, let me know if you had any Knight Rider merchandise and what it was. Was it that lunchbox? Did you take that lunchbox to school? Did you have the book? Did you read Adventures of Knight Rider? I bet you did. Let me know that and more in the comments below. And as always, thumb up, subscribe, and we'll talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.